What's up, friends? It's Volt Firecore. Welcome back to Set Showcase. So we're on episode 12, I think. Yeah, the last episode was Dedenne. I don't know when this video is going to come out in relation to that one. I really don't. I never plan my uploads. I kind of just post whatever is needed to be posted. I don't want an RG showdown, then an RG showdown, or a set showcase, and a set showcase. So it all depends on what I'm feeling like and what the channel needs on that day, how I'm feeling. But you know what I was feeling like today, guys? I was feeling like doing some oh stinky memes. So speaking of oh stinky, we got ourselves some Rillaboom. Yeah, okay, so Rillaboom here is the Generation 8 grass type starter, and it is a very strong Pokemon. This thing is used instead of OU a lot since it is the only Mon that has access to Grassy Surge. Well, there are Pokemon that have Grassy Terrain as a move, but usually you don't want to use that unless you're doing some weird tech inside of a lower tier. But we're going to be showcasing Rillaboom here. It is a RUmon, but I have a feeling this thing's going to get chucked up to UU or maybe even OU based on its ability and its new move. So let's just cover all the basics. So Rillaboom over here has a very high attack stat and a pretty decent speed. Not insane, but you know, base 85 is not horrible. But what put this thing over the limit was getting Grassy Surge. Since it used to be Overgrow, it got a new ability, being its hidden ability. Yeah, because all the starters got their hidden abilities a while ago. Before the first DLC dropped, we got this. We got Libero Cinderace, Sniper Inteleon, which is meh. And then we got Rillaboom with Grassy Surge. And those all help the Pokemon inside of their own special way, which I think is nice. But yeah, Rillaboom over here inside the Isle of Armor DLC was also given Grassy Glide, which is absolutely perfect for it. It's priority inside of Grassy Terrain, so, you know, since this thing summons it on entry, it can just go for Grassy Glide and have some strong priority, since it is like base 70 or something. Base 70. Dang, that's nothing to scoff at. Okay, so let's talk about the first set we have for Rillaboom, or Rillaboom. I'll just be calling it Rillaboom, and if I say Rillaboom, I will, well, be wrong. Okay, it's Rillaboom. Rillaboom is a little strange, personally. Okay, so this is the Choice Band set. This is the one I see quite a bit inside of OU at the moment, because it is freakishly strong. So Woodhammer and Grassy Glide both get buffed up inside of Grassy Terrain, like all moves. Psychic Terrain buffs up Psychic, Misty Terrain, you probably expect. The terrains buff up the type of move that is inside of that terrain, just like weather conditions, but it's different conditions. Anyways, so yeah, Woodhammer, very strong move, 120, has some recoil, gets really strong with Grassy Surge, and Choice Band makes it freakishly strong. Grassy Glide for priority, U-turn for momentum, and then Superpower, which you can switch out for a variety of alternatives, being High Horsepower, Drain Punch, pretty sure it has Acrobatics, but usually you want to run that with a different item, which I will get into later. And the EV spreads on this Mon are pretty standard, just Adamant, max speed, max attack, since this thing is meant to hit hard, and you don't need max speed since you want the power, especially with Choice Band. Okay, moving on, we have the next set, which is a set that I actually use quite a bit. This is the one I used before Grassy Glide came out, so I kind of just stole this for myself. This is the Leftovers Drain Punch, Grassy Surge, Rillaboom. Rillaboom! So Rillaboom here is a very good Mon instead of physical attack, but it also has a fair amount of bulk. Not insane, but you know, 100 HP ain't bad. So with Drum Beating, you can lower the opponent's speed, which helps. I don't think you want to run Woodhammer on a tankier set just because of the recoil, but if you really want to just do the damage, you can put that on too. Since I see some tankier Pokemon having recoil moves like Mandibuzz and all that, you don't need to just run tanky moves on tanky Mons, but yeah. I'll just put Drain Punch for some recovery, and it's just a good move to slap on there. High Horsepower, which is actually a weaker move than Earthquake, so you might be wondering why you won't just use Earthquake, since it has a chance to miss, and it does 5% less damage. Or 5... No, what is it? 5 base power? Yeah, 5 base power less. It's 95 accuracy and 95 base power, instead of 100 with Earthquake. Well, the reason behind that is its ability. So Rillaboom on entry, as you already know, brings up Grassy Surge. Now, Grassy Surge has a bunch of effects. One of them is basically just summoning a field of leftovers because all the trains do their own thing. Electric train makes it so you can't fall asleep. Misty train makes it so you can't be statist. Jesus, you can't use toxic or things like that. Psychic train makes it so you can't use priority. And then Grassy Surge is like leftovers. It just puts a layer of leftovers over the entire team. So your opponent too gets some leftovers bonus. So another effect of Grassy Surge is lowering the power of earthquake, magnitude, bulldoze, those like ground shaking moves, which makes sense since you can't shake the ground as much if it's covered in a bunch of roots. Trust me, when my parents ask me to weed the garden, it's a lot easier to pull up the stuff they want me to pull up if it's not covered in a million layers of grass roots. So I use high horsepower, which is better inside of Grassy Surge. But if you just want to run Overgrow on your Rillaboom, which I don't understand why you would, but if you somehow want to just use Earthquake because you think that 5 base power is so important, you can use Earthquake without the Grassy Surge, because I'm pretty sure it lowers it quite substantially. And then finally we have Bulk Up for some, tankier builds. So this thing is going to get walloped by any kind of special attacker, but, if you take out like their premier special attackers, try to set up with this thing and maybe get a Rillaboom sweep. That would be pretty cool. So this is like the health maniac. It's going to be eating up health. It's going to be like bulked up, getting all swole, drain punch, heal itself, Grassy Surge, heal itself, and leftovers heal itself, which is nice. Moving on, we have a mon that's going to do quite a bit of damage to itself. This is the Life Orb Woodhammer set with Sword Stance and some utility moves. Alright, so Life Orb, I think, is pretty good. I think Choice Band... Is Choice Band better? I don't know if the power means that much. There's probably some, weird, calcs out there for, some really niche thing, like, oh, if you don't have Choice Band, Woodhammer's not going to be able to two-shot Magearna. Hell no, Magearna's going to live 5 of those. Because it's fucking Magearna. But anyways, yeah, you can use Life Orb here to, kind of just get some more coverage in there, because you can go for Sword Stance if you want. I don't think Sword Stance is the best on this thing, since there are other sets. But if you do get the chance to go for Sword Stance here, you're going to be sweeping. Especially with Grassy Surge Woodhammer. But you also have Grassy Glide, which is a pivotal move to run on Rillaboom, which if you want you could run on the tankier Rillaboom, but I decided that high horsepower was, something in there to hit Aegislash, since you have nothing to hit Aegislash with this mon. But yeah, you can run Grassy Glide on that. But this one has Grassy Glide and U-Turn. And I think U-Turn is a very good move to just slap on if you don't know what else to put on. Now, I just want you guys to know, think for yourself. Don't just take these Eevee spreads and Ivy spreads, and move selections and all that, and just use them yourself. If it's the optimal one, like the Choice Band one, sure. But some of these I just pulled up out of my ass, since there's only one actual set on Smogon at the moment, and that'll change very soon, since they have to update that for the new moves and ability that this thing has. But anyways, yeah, don't use my exact set. Well, you could, because it's that good. I'm just kidding. Anyways, yeah, so let's move on past the Life Orb set onto a pretty interesting one. So this is an Acrobatics Rillaboom. So Acrobatics is a move that gains in power if you do not have an item, probably due to how acrobats, don't want to be weighed down by leftovers or all that kind of stuff. I don't know. So Grassy Seed is an item that gets consumed. Yeah, let's say consumed upon entering Grassy Terrain. And since Rillaboom infinitely brings that up, there's no cap to it. If you bring it in, it's going to have Grassy Surge up. You're going to eat your berry, or seed in this case, and then you're not going to have an item. Now, not only is this going to give you +1 defense, but it's also going to make your acrobatics ×2 base power. So instead of 55, it's going to be 110, which is pretty good for some other opposing Rillabooms, or I'm not really sure what it's good for, but there's probably some set. I think Cinderace deserves from using acrobatics to like dodge earthquakes and all that kind of stuff, but maybe Rillaboom could take advantage of it. You know, it's always good to have some weirder sets here. But other than that, we also have Sword Stance, Grassy Glide, and Wood Hammer. And I already explained why those are good moves. Okay, the next set is the Choice Scarf set. Now, I think Choice Scarf U-Turn is one of the coolest things inside of all of Pokemon. I love getting momentum when a Pokemon is presumably pretty slow, and then they bring in this Mon that is pretty fast, but since you have the Choice Scarf on, you can outspeed it. I do not know the exact amount of speed you're at with this thing. We're almost at 300, so might be like at like 4 or something, maybe scraping 4 inside of speed. I don't know the exact conversion. It's 1.5, so whatever that is. But yeah, U-Turn is very strong on this thing since it has insane attack, and then you have all those very strong attacks to pair it up with that. So there's really not much more to say with this Mon inside the optimal sets, quote-unquote optimal. But as you can see, we have one more set. So I have actually decided to bring back Meme Set. Clap your hands, everyone. Meme review, Meme Set. So Meme Set is something I used to do at the beginning of this series. It's when I used to just take a Mon that, I don't know, is usually like a tankier Mon, show some like crazy thing for a physical attacker, or like a physical attacker, I made it a special attacker or something like that, which is exactly what I did for Rillaboom. So let me present to everyone watching the Choice Specs Rillaboom, aka Uh-Oh Stinky, the legend himself. So what's funny, this Mon actually has a pretty good selection of special moves. Now, his special attack is absolutely horrible. Well, in comparison to his attack, it is literally like cut in half. So you're not going to be doing that. Actually, it's more than cut in half. So you're not going to be doing that much damage, even with the Choice Specs. But for a Meme Set, if you really want to freak someone out and make them really confused, you have this. But this Mon does have access to, like I said, some pretty good special moves. Leaf Storm and Focus Blast are very nice. And then Boom Burst for normal coverage. I don't know why you'd use Boom Burst, but you could use it. I think it also has access to other cool special moves. But you can use these. Now, Energy Ball is something it does have, so if you don't want to have the drop instead of special attack, you can do that. But personally, I think this thing is not something that you're going to be switching in very often, so probably just wanted to get the damage off with Leaf Storm. And I gave it U-Turn, of course, because you need that momentum. Someone's expecting you to go for like some, I don't know, crazy Wood Hammer, they switch out, and you got U-Turn, and then you're safe. Even though they are probably going to see the U-Turn and see that it did like, I don't know, 10% instead of the normal like 28% it would do, and then they would be very confused, like, what kind of Eevee spread are they running on this Rillaboom? And then they see me go for a Leaf Storm when I bring this thing back in, and then they forfeit the game immediately since it's too insane for them to think about. But I would not advise using this unless you guys want a meme. But these are all the sets. We got the Choice Band, got the Tanky Leftovers, we got the Life Orb Wood Hammer SD, we got Grassy Seed Acrobatics, we got Choice Scarf, and then we got Choice Specs, which is pretty savage. But I think that's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the showcase of Uh-Oh Stinky, the Dreadlock Rasta, drummer boy, monkey, whatever you want to call it. I think this Mon is the second best starter of Sword and Shield. I think Cinderace still wins it for me since obviously they care more about Cinderace than the others, since they gave it a signature ability. Other Pokemon have Grassy Surge and Sniper, but no one else has Libero. So yeah, I already made a set showcase on Cinderace, so maybe I'll make a set showcase on Inteleon. Maybe. If you guys want to see that, please comment below. Or any Mon that you guys want to see, I will be happy to do it. Even if it's a Ubers Mon, I will do it. I'm not very good with Ubers, but I'll try my best. So, thank you guys for watching, and keep on the lookout for my videos.